Welcome back, everyone. It is Tuesday, August 26th, and the MLB. Our six favorite picks are on the way, including a plus 230 play. We have a plus 480 play in this video. Stay tuned for that. Before we do that, let's recap how we did yesterday, Logan. Solid 3-2 day. We'll certainly take that. Senga, our big play of the day. He didn't even make it. He made it 4 innings. We take that. Oviedo, we talked about him yesterday at plus 160. We cashed that one. He got taken out early. Erod went over pretty early. Joe Ryan sucked yesterday. Gave up 6 runs. Told you if he was going to get rocked, it was going to be bad. And he went 5. And then Logan's pick, man, just tough. Royal shutout for the first time in over a month. What can you do there? We just need 1 run for a push. Nope. One team scores 7. What are the odds that that game it goes under when a team scores 7? Yeah, that's been our season. But Logan, let's bounce back today. It is Dinger Tuesday, and you guys know what happens on a Dinger Tuesday. What you guys got to go do is go down below, comment your favorite person at home run. Could be anyone in the MLB. Comment it. We'll choose one random person to that is correct, and we'll give away $25 tomorrow morning. So again, tap into that. Go comment whatever you want. It could be a deep sleeper. It could be Aaron Judge. I don't really care. Normally, we do tend to the wheel tends to favor the people that give up some getting the deep in the lab. But you guys know what we mean. Let's dive into our picks. I got 2. Then I'll go to Logan, and then I got some good plus money picks at the end of the video. But like yesterday, we had a bigger play. We had Kodai Senga's under announced. My biggest play of the day by far is Patrick Corbin under 15.5 outs, minus 130 on Fanatics. Another 1.5 unit play here. I would play this bigger, but again, it's been a bad season for us. There's no reason for us to force 2, 3 units onto a play. Although if I were to do one, if you needed to tail 1, this would be it. Now, as I record this at 6:50 a.m., I have no idea where the line's going to go as the day goes on. So when you might be looking at it, you might see a 14.5 line. I personally think that's where it should be. And not saying to take the under at 14.5, a big difference between 14.5 and 15.5, because normally guys are trying to get out there and give them 5 innings. But I'd honestly play this to minus 200 as a parlay piece. I kind of think that's where it should be. But let's talk about Corbin, who has obviously had a good start to his year, but since then, it's been anything but good. And the reasoning is, well, he's just the wheels are starting to fall off. And this will be the 4th time the Angels have seen Patrick Corbin here. And in the previous 3, he did go over in one of them, going 16 and got 16 outs. The other 2, he went 15 on the dot. And in those starts, he faced 20, 21, and 22 batters. So again, in those starts, he actually pitched really well. 1, 2, and 2 earned runs. As of late, Patrick Corbin has not been pitching well. So even pitched well against the Angels and still gone under in 2 of 3. But the reasoning I really like taking this under is Patrick Corbin sucks a 3rd time through. And this is a Rangers team fighting to make the postseason. I get it. They have a long shot to get in there. I was going to go look up the standings right now. They're, going to need some work to get into the playoffs. But again, they are a few games behind. They're still fighting. It's not like they're completely out of it. In terms of the wild card, they are 5.5 games back. So again, every game means something to them. And like I said, the 3rd time through the order, Corbin, the wheels fall off. 356 batting average allowed, a 996 OPS. For comparison, 2nd time through, 267 batting average. So the batting average nearly goes up 100 points, and then 704 OPS. I mean, the OPS goes up nearly 300 points. So again, we have seen Patrick Corbin his last 8 starts. They've really started to monitor that 3rd time through. Last 8 starts, he's yet to face 22 or more batters. And the last 4 starts in August, he's faced 18, 19, 15, and 19 batters. So it's like 3rd time comes through. Get the hell out of here, man. We do not want to see that. He owns an 11.48 ERA in August. The last 7 lefties to face the Angels are all under this line. They lead the MLB in walk percentage versus lefties. So at the end of the day, I think Corbin comes in here. I don't think he pitches too well. He's here for a good time, not a long time. I really think he gets rocked here. And even if he doesn't, I think if he gives up 3 to 4 hits, a walk or 2, he's going to see that 3rd time through the order in that 6th inning. I don't think they want any business with it. Also, Nathan Eovaldi is scheduled to pitch tomorrow. He's been giving them a ton of length this season. I could see them getting Corbin on out of there. So I really like Patrick Corbin's under announced, my favorite play of the day, 1.5 units. And just like we did yesterday, back in an over and earned runs as our 2nd pick, we're going back to the scene of the W. Back of the Brew Crew. Fade and Brandon Pfaadt over 2.5 earned runs, minus 110 on Bet365. Now, the Brewers are not a team I love to back against righties. I'm running out to back them against lefties, but Brandon Pfaadt sucks. And he sucks really bad on the road. And I think that this team will be able to string together timely hits time and time again against Brandon Pfaadt and run him out of there after 3 earned runs. Now, the D-backs only got like 3 innings out of Eduardo yesterday. So you could say their bullpen's fatigued, but they only had one guy go out there and he pitched the rest of the game. But Brandon Pfaadt, as I said, has been bad on the road. 6.5 ERA, 1.37 whip. He's allowed 18 home runs in 63 innings pitched on the road. Only 3 home runs and 76 innings pitched at home. So again, he's struggling to keep the ball in the ballpark. And while the Brewers aren't known for hitting a ton of home runs, they are really good at getting timely hits and really good at putting the ball where the defense isn't. And Pfaadt, if you look at him, first percentile on breaking run value, third in expected batting average, fourth in expected ERA, sixth in barrel percentage, 14th in hard hit percentage. The guy just struggles to miss bats, and he gives up barrels left and right. We know this Brewers team can all hit because yesterday we saw them do it to Eduardo, 6 straight hits in the third inning to cash this bet for us, and then they even had a walk in there as well. And we've seen Pfaadt on the road. I already told you his number, 6.5 ERA. He's allowed 2 earned runs at least in 10 straight road starts, 3+ in 8 of those 10. And as I said, the Brewers, not the best offense against righties, but at home, I'll trust them to get it done. Over the last month, they rank 8th in WRC plus first right-handed pitchers at home. On the road, they really have seemed to struggle. But again, their road starts against righties have all been against the Cubs in Wrigley with very very pitcher-friendly conditions. The weather was blowing hard in. Playing in their dome, I'm sure it could be impacted a little bit by the wind and because they open up the roof, but I'm not too worried about it. I think they're able to tag Pfaadt here for at least 3 early. They might look for some length out of him given the D-backs situation and where they're probably not making the playoffs. I think that they're able to get Brandon Pfaadt for 3. Might be early, might be late, third time through. I don't really care how they get it done. Brandon Pfaadt over 2.5 earned runs. One of my favorite plays of the day. But I'm throwing it to Logan. He's got a pick for you guys that is absolutely going to smack. It's going back to the scene of the crime, Logan. Take it away.
Yeah, and if this doesn't smack, I'm willing to add $25 more onto the Dinger Tuesday giveaway of my own money. I'm very confident that running back this loss is going to yield us a win. I'm taking the Royals and White Sox over 8.5. -110 odds on BetMGM. This is a line in the sand for me. Obviously, when you lose a pick, especially like I lost it yesterday, it's really hard to come on here and just want to do it again. But I really like my brain is not deceiving. Like I know that game probably should have went over, or at least bare minimum should have pushed. When you score 7 of the 8 needed runs, one by one team, the Royals just all you can't do is get shut out. And what do? They get shut out. Disgusting. But we got 2 new starting pitchers today and a new opportunity for it to go over. Martin Perez starts for the White Sox, 2.51 ERA, 1.15 whip. Now, Martin Perez, 5.18 expected ERA. The expected numbers are not good at all for Perez. His barrel percentage, 13%. That's pretty high. I mean, that's definitely on the higher end of the spectrum for the barrel. And you look at this Royals offense. Prior to last night, they scored 5+ runs in 3 of their last 4 games. The weird thing about betting baseball and the hard thing about betting baseball is the fact that statistical anomalies can happen. And I would argue last night them getting shut out was an anomaly because it hadn't happened in over a month. So prior to that, they've been pretty good. And especially recently, I mean, their offense had been clicking. That's why I was just so hurt by what they showed me last night, putting the goose egg on the board. They were hitting 286 in their last 5 games versus lefties, which is really solid. I mean, they've been seeing lefties pretty well. And the fact that they can get to Martin Perez, I just don't think Martin Perez has what it takes to get them out consistently. Shane Smith had their number last night, but those 2 types of pitchers are completely different. I mean, Martin Perez is just like a soft contact pitch to ground ball out kind of guy. And if he's just missing location, the Royals will be able to elevate that, get some hard hit extra base hits. Love their matchup today. I mean, you put 1 run on the board. It was already better than yesterday. So I like their matchup. And then I also like Michael Lorenzen starting for the Royals, 4.5 ERA, 1.34 whip. Lorenzen faced the White Sox 10 days ago, went 4 innings, pitched 0 earned runs. Short start for him. But the White Sox, this offense has been, really carrying the weight of totals recently. They scored 7+ runs now in 6 of their last 7 games. I mean, they tried to do it for me last night. I respect the heart, Chicago, but they couldn't cash the total just by themselves. They needed some help from Kansas City. The White Sox, though, like the Royals, they're pretty hot against the types of pitcher they're facing. They're hitting 296 against righties in their last 5 games. I don't really think Michael Lorenzen has what it takes to get deep into this game. And that leads us into the bullpens, because over the last 2 weeks, the White Sox 27th in bullpen ERA, Kansas City 9th in bullpen ERA. But once again, a Kansas City starter failed to get 6 innings pitched. So, I mean, they're dipping into the bullpen a lot more than they want to. Game after game, that is adding up. And which bullpen arms will be available tonight? If it is a blowout, do they throw in some lower leverage arms? Absolutely. I just see no way in this one going under once again. The Royals will give me something to work with today. White Sox have been hot. Love this as my favorite pick of the day. Again, $25 of my own money on the line. I'll add that to the Dinger Tuesday pick, Austin. But I think we get this done today. You got more props. Where are you going though?
Let's get on into it. Let's keep emptying the clip on the board. I love your pick. I honestly thought the White Sox were better against righties than lefties. When yesterday they tagged Noah Cameron, but they've been really good against righties. If you just look at the recent ones, Strider gave up 7, Elder gave up 8. Hurster Waldrop did cook them. He gave up 0, but then since then, Zebby Matthews 4, Mick Abel 6, and then Tosh Bradley 7. Come on, White Sox. We need some runs, and Royals, you better lock in. We need some runs as well. Like Logan said, I got some more picks. I got 3 of them. One will be a straight bet. The other will be half units. Let's talk about it. First one will be the Astros. First 5 team total over 2.5 runs at -125 on DraftKings. I'm going to keep this simple. I'm fading Tanner Gordon. I think he stinks, and I think he's going to give up at least 3. And then look, hey, if his defense doesn't want to help him out and give up some errors, I'll allow it. Because you know what? I don't really care. I think the Astros absolutely tattoo this guy who's coming off one of his best starts of his career. I don't know how many Tanner Gordon starts he has had where he's given up 1 or fewer earned runs. I mean, it can't be too many. I mean, I'm looking it up on the fly. Tanner Gordon game log with 1 or fewer earned runs. I mean, he's had 2 in his career, 2 this season. I think he's getting wrecked in this one. Let's talk about why, though. I mean, we look at Tanner Gordon. The reason I said it is because on the road, the man has struggled. His last 2 starts on the road, 6 and 10 earned runs. There's a reason his road ERA is like 13. And what he's really done is struggled against righties, 385 batting average. Now, this is an Astros team. They actually stack a ton of righties, even though they'll see a guy like Tanner Gordon, a right-handed pitcher. They aren't afraid of putting in their own righties in that lineup. We know they already are going to lead off with Jeremy Pena. You have Jose Altuve, Christian Walker's in there, Yainer Diaz is in there as well. They have a ton of them in there, and they are coming. I get if you were to back the Astros in their last home stint, you might be like, Austin, oh, what the hell are we doing? They were terrible. But as of late, we've seen them tattoo a couple righties. We saw Brandon Young go out there. He got tattooed for 6 or 7. Dean Kramer got tattooed for 6 or 7. And again, if this is the guy struggling against righties, I forgot to even mention their second guy, Carlos Correa. So again, they have a ton of righties in this lineup. Mauricio Dubon. The list goes on and on. These righties, like I said, 385 batting average to righties. Not like lefties aren't hitting them as well. So those guys should have our chances. You look at his props, 6.5 hits allowed line and a 3.5 earned runs line. Number one, we don't even need him to cash the earned runs line. I mean, he could give up 3 and we'd still cash this line. I still think this is a guy that's just, the things just aren't there. And coming off a legacy start, 6 innings pitched, 1 earned run at home versus the Dodgers. He could be complacent here. Be like, all right, what was working there works. This Astros team, we know, trying to obviously further their placement in the playoffs. And what I said, if you want to get this first 5 line, you got to look at how the guys are doing first and second time through. First time faced, Tanner Gordon allowing a 378 batting average. Second time, 321. Struggling with RISP, 340 batting average with runners in scoring position, up to 385 with 2 outs. And like I said, first percentile in whiff percentage, expected batting average, second in K percentage, 7th in expected ERA. The end of the day, I do not think Tanner Gordon is good. And I will fade him. If they don't show up, whatever, I will not back the Astros bats again, but they've been good against righties. They had the day off yesterday after facing Trevor Rogers, who's been as good as it gets. They had a couple chances against Rogers. I think that he's a lefty, so I'm not really too worried about that. Against this righty, I think they'll be able to tattoo him. And Tanner Gordon, when the hit parade starts, never ends. The guy could easily go out there. Just what we saw Eduardo Rodriguez do yesterday. 6 straight hits. Tanner Gordon is one of those guys. I think they could do that. Let's talk about 2 good plus money plays, and I promise I'll get out of your guys' hair. The first one will be a walk play. I know we haven't taken a lot of walks, but let's talk about this guy. Junior Caminero, over 0.5 walks at plus 230 on Bet365. I'm personally only playing this for a half unit. If you're only a FanDuel bettor, I would actually take a peek at Junior Caminero's first AB walk. Now that is, I want to say DraftKings was plus 850. But I think you'll get better value on other books. I don't really do a lot of first AB sort of stuff, first plate appearance. I think Junior Caminero could be walked in his first AB. Obviously, it's a walk play. There's going to be high variance here. That's why I'm only playing it for half unit. But plus 230, I think we had a chance here. It is plus 200 on DraftKings for what it's worth. Why am I taking a walks play, Austin? Why? This is where we're at in the season. Well, here's why. Yesterday, Junior Caminero and the Rays absolutely smoked the Guardians, and he was a big part of it. He went 4 for 5 with 2 homers. When a guy does that, you gotta at least the next game be a little bit more cautious. And today he'll face a rookie making his second career start in Parker Misick. Now, I think that's how you pronounce his name. I just don't think the Guardians can go out there and be like, you know what? Let's start throwing meatballs to Junior Caminero. I'd throw it out of the zone. This is a guy that's heavy in whiff percentage, heavy in chase percentage. So again, if this was like Aaron Judge or Juan Soto, you're getting like a minus money on a walks prop. But since it's Junior Caminero, a guy that doesn't really walk a whole lot, it's the reason it's plus 230. And I think we got a chance here because Junior Caminero, I get it, on the season, 16th percentile in walk percentage, 5.8%. So not very high. But as of late, he's been a little bit more patient at the plate. And this is a guy in his first real season in MLB. So over the last 10 games, he's been scorching hot. But he has 6 walks in these last 12 games. So if you got plus 230, last 12 games played every single day, you're up heavy. He has a 10.9 walk rate over these last 12 games. So again, really seeing the ball well. And when guys are pitching out of the zone, he's not swinging and missing as much as he used to. Parker Misick came into his first start. He pitched really well. And I get it, but he is a lefty. And then going up against the power righty, I could see him running into some trouble here. The walk rate this season for Junior has been about 1.5% higher versus lefties. And Parker Misick in the minors, 10% walk rate versus right-handed batters. Now, he had been better over the last month-ish in not walking guys. But again, this is the Guardians coming in here. If maybe Junior Caminero comes up and there's a guy on second, 2 outs, wouldn't be shocked if he intentionally walks here. There is no reason to pitch this guy. I just don't see it. Doesn't make sense to do it. And the Guardians, we know they're trying to win these games. They're trying to make the playoffs. Junior, I get it. He can be aggressive. And there is a chance that on a 3-1 count, they throw a ball in the dirt and he's chasing at it. But I also think Junior's going to come in here knowing there's probably a good chance that they try to pitch around him. And I think he'll be a little bit more patient at the plate. If he isn't, whatever, I'll lose a half unit. But at plus 230, I think it's worth a stab on that price. Hopefully that makes sense. And my final play of the day, I have 5 picks. This is another half unit play. We're going back to a no home run play. Cubs and Giants, no home run in this game at plus 480 on FanDuel, a half unit play. It's a no home run play. If you're looking for it on FanDuel, here's where you find it. You go to the game, obviously Cubs and Giants. You'll go to the first of the game, or no, never mind. It's hits and runs. It's the hits and runs tab. You will see, I think the first market under the hits and runs tab under this game is first home run. There'll be a no for the selection there. And then if you're on DraftKings, you go to first of game tab and there will be a no home run kind of play. I think it's a first market as well there. To not even beat into your head too much, but a half unit play at plus 480. You look at these 2 starters, Justin Verlander, 76 percentile in hard hit percentage, only 12 homers allowed in 110 innings pitched, 0 home runs allowed in back-to-back starts, not included a start. You give up 7 earned runs. I mean, he's pitching in the Giants ballpark, the most pitcher-friendly ballpark you'll find out there. I think Verlander gives us a chance. The Cubs have not been hitting it for a ton of power lately. They've been rocking some righties, but not a ton of power. I think Verlander can give us a chance. That's all we're asking for. And then as for Matthew Boyd, only 5 home runs allowed in 75 innings pitched on the road this season. And lefties only lowest OPS on the road in Oracle Park. So lefties in Oracle Park, lowest OPS out of any ballpark for lefties. So again, very pitcher-friendly ballpark, plus 480 on FanDuel. They've got a chance there. If we can get to the bullpens, great. I wish there was a way to hedge it. If you get in maybe to like the 8th inning, like where we lost last time, you might be able to hedge with like a live bet on the over, which probably would be plus money if you're in the 8th inning. So maybe look at that. But again, I think this is a solid play at plus 480. I like it. So to recap the full card, let's do that. Here we go. Patrick Corbin's under and outs, my favorite play of the day. Like I said, if it changes throughout the day, I'd still take it up to minus 200, but maybe you may look for a parlay piece. Brandon Pfaadt's over and earned runs. Logan's pick, Royals, White Sox over 8.5. If it loses, an extra $25 onto the giveaway, which is already 25, so it could be 50. Go comment. Astros, first 5 team total over 2.5, a 1 unit play, and then 2 half units, Junior Caminero, walk, and then no home run in the Cubs and Giants game today. 6 picks. 6 winners. If we go 6-0 today, I'll add an extra $100 to the giveaway. That's, I mean, going 6-0 cash on a plus 480, plus 230. It's going to be tough. I do have some good news for the people out there. I'm getting a fresh cut today. So watch out when Austin gets a fresh cut. Typically good things happen. I'm just saying, let's have another good day. Let's string together another winning day and let's keep things moving. As I said at the top of the show, if you want to give away, comment your favorite person in a home run. It could be $25. It could be $50 tomorrow, depending on how Logan's pick goes. And heck, it could be an extra. It could be, well, I guess if We go 6-0. That would mean Logan's pick loses. If we go 6-0, could be 125. Who the heck knows? Either way, thank you guys as always for tuning in. Comment your favorite person at a home run, and let's have ourselves a wonderful Dinger Tuesday, except for in the Giants game. We don't root for home runs there. There also are some FanDuel exclusive boosts and stuff dropping today. Maybe we'll be using those in the Dub Club. So again, if you want to join the Dub Club, I think the link in the description is either buy 1 month, get one free, or $10 off your first month. So again, get on in there. NFL season is about a week away. Get amped up for that. I'll be dropping a bunch of futures over the next week or so. Either way, I'm done yapping. It's 20 minutes long. Thanks for tuning in. If there's no home run in that Giants-Padres or Giants-Cubs game, that would be electric. Either way, have a great Tuesday. I'll see you guys back tomorrow. Hopefully recapping a new day with a fresh cut. See you guys then. Peace.